Yo, 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 yo. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to the Wrestling Takeover Podcast, the most creative and honest podcast in the wrestling space. We talk all things WWE, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. We're going to talk about Backlash today. I'm going to keep this short and sweet and tell y'all right now this will not be a long podcast because there's really not a lot to talk about. But let's get into it. Let's drop that intro and let's get to work.
Welcome to...
You're listening to the Wrestling Takeover.
What is your name?
With your host, Jordan Turner, who's always going to keep it real.
Come on, King.
Inside and outside the ring.
Let me make myself clear. He's got the fans behind him, King.
It's time to take over, King.
Are you ready? He's all fired up now, King. The Takeover.
Let's go.
We keep it real. We keep it respectful to the art form we know is professional wrestling, WWE. Yeah. So, listen, man. This is your WWE Backlash honest review, honest analysis, and I appreciate everybody who is joining me, who is listening to the Wrestling Takeover Podcast. I appreciate y'all very much. Let's get into it, man. So Backlash tonight, there really wasn't a lot of hype going into the show, to be honest. The WWE product, and I'm just one person, but the WWE product to me has been very stale. It just has not been grabbing me as a viewer, has not really been grabbing my attention. But we are here. I have a job to do, and I want to give you guys my opinions. I want to give you guys my honest opinions. I want to give you guys creativity. I want to give you guys some knowledge. I want to give you guys the real. All right. I did watch Backlash tonight. Once again, the glitching and once again the commercials really do take you out as a viewer with the match or matches that you are watching. Now, I will compliment WWE. They ended early. I got the Laker game in the background right now. So I'm going to finish this and I'm going to get to that Laker game. All right. This will not be a long podcast. I don't really have a lot to say. It was kind of paint by base numbers. But I want to let everybody know everything that comes out of my mouth and when it comes to reviewing WWE are my real opinions. If we met on the street, if we met on the block, my opinions would be the same. You feel me? And I'm going to just give y'all the real. All right? I thought Backlash was a thumbs up show. I do appreciate WWE finally letting these men and women wrestle. I know people are continuously complaining about only 4 or 5 matches on a PLE. It's honestly, it's going to continue to happen. I think WWE, and this is where my mindset's at. So I'm curious to know if you guys feel the same way with what I'm about to say. Outside of a SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, obviously WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, the big 5 pay-per-views. I feel like we'll get a 6th or 7th match on those pay-per-views. But when it comes to Backlash, Clash in Paris, maybe Clash in Paris gets the WrestleMania or SummerSlam treatment when there's more than 5 matches on a pay-per-view. But these type of pay-per-views, WWE is not really going to put their best foot forward here. And I know, and I understand that people want to see 6 matches. They want to see, more than 5 matches on the pay-per-view. I get it. But WWE wants to make those amount of matches, more than 5, for, the big time pay-per-views. WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank. They want to make those events just special. Not saying Backlash ain't special, even though, let's be real, it ain't that special. So you can kind of tell as a viewer how much effort they're putting into certain shows. It is what it is. Now, tonight, WWE and its product as a whole is very disappointing. It's not really grabbing my attention. And there was not really a lot of hype going into Backlash tonight. There wasn't. Okay. SmackDown is terrible. That's it. So I'm going to say Monday Night Raw is better than SmackDown, but they also can improve on some things. But WWE seems like they care more about Monday Night Raw than Friday Night SmackDown. That's obvious. That's clear as day. Tonight, we've seen the announcement from John Cena, and I want to start there before we get right into the results of the matches and I talk about it in depth and give you guys my opinions on the matches and the aftermath on where things are going to go. Y'all are going to get that. No doubt about it. But I wanted to start this podcast out talking about John Cena's announcement. Now, we all knew the WWE Club was going to take place. It seemed that John Cena had 2 announcements. Number 1 was the WWE Club, which we all knew was going to happen. So on a pre-recorded video, he announced it. Cool. You guys want to do that type of stuff? God bless you. You're going to be spending the grop. You feel me? Let's keep it a stat. TKO probably going to continue to take y'all niggas' money. I'm just saying. But that's that. I really want to talk about the John Cena Classic. And as soon as I heard the John Cena Classic, I immediately thought of the Cruiserweight Classic. I thought of the Mae Young Classic. Y'all remember those times? If y'all know, you know. If you don't know, you missed out on some gems. This seems like it's a tournament. And WWE told John Cena, reportedly this was his big little project. As he was talking during the promo, I thought he was going to be a producer. I thought he was going to be a booker. I thought he's going to have his little own show or something like that. Like, a lot of things were rolling in my mind. You feel me? When he was talking. And when he announced this, right? The John Cena Classic. Like I said, the Mae Young Classic, the Cruiserweight Classic. That's the vibes I got here. And that's exactly what it kind of is. Okay? Let me read down the list of things that we are going to be seeing. Number 1, we're going to see a new championship. I need to see that championship as soon as possible. What is it going to look like? What's the vibes with it? And John Cena said he put the time and effort into that championship. So it better be resembling that Spinner Championship. I'm going to tell you that right now off the rip. I'm just saying, bro. It got to be similar to the Spinner Championship. But we'll see what happens. So we got a new championship. Now the problem is that going to be a recurring championship going forward? And how prestigious is that championship going to be? Also, for the people that really aren't being used, are they going to go after that championship? If so, it seems like that championship going to be bigger than the world title, the WWE title. You feel me? The IC title, US title. So what's going on there in that regard? For the people that are being used, they're going to go after that title. You feel me? That's kind of weird. So we got the championship. Main roster stars versus NXT stars. This I do like. I I think this is it's going to give, like John Cena said, it's going to give new talent an opportunity to really challenge themselves against main roster superstars. Now, here's the thing. What type of main roster talent are we going to get? Are we going to get a Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns? You feel me? The big dogs. You know what I mean? The big girls. We going to get, we going to get that. Or are we just going to get people who really aren't being pushed on the main roster, but be built up as a big deal, quote unquote, even though they're not really a big deal on SmackDown or Monday Night Raw. But in this perspective, they'll be presented as a big deal. Are we going to get that? And they're going to take on NXT stars. Is this developmental people? Is this people that are kind of on TV right now? Is this people in NXT that aren't really, I would say, they're not really given a lot of opportunities, I would say, as much as they should. Are we going to get that? Fans are in charge of the voting for the champions. So that's interesting. Or for the champion, I'm sorry. One champion. This gave Cyber Sunday vibes. Taboo Tuesday vibes. You feel me? If you know, you know. Ruthless aggression. You feel me? If you know that. That concept really wasn't all that good. I don't know how that's going to work. Losers of matches can still become champion through fan voting. This is interesting. I remember that show, Tough Enough, and Cruiserweight Classic, Mae Young Classic, is given that type of vibe. And this seems like I don't know if it's going to be a reality show, but it's going to be a weekly thing. I wonder where it's going to be streamed at. Is it going to be streamed on YouTube? I'm assuming it would. Is it going to stream on Peacock? Is it going to be streaming on Netflix? Where are they going to be streaming this show at? Is it going to be on Monday Night Raw? Is it going to be on SmackDown? I mean, it makes sense if they're challenging Raw main roster superstars, SmackDown main roster superstars. Same with NXT. We might have some NXT on the NXT show. So there's a lot of things that I'm contemplating here. Right off the bat, it's John Cena. I'm going to give it some respect. I love John Cena. He's one of the GOATs. But my first reaction was, huh? Like, are you replacing this with the King and Queen of the Ring? Are you not doing King and Queen of the Ring? I know excuse me. I know probably others within the community are going to bring this up. So I wanted to do it as well too. Are you replacing this with King and Queen of the Ring? Are you not doing King and Queen of the Ring? Because if you're not, WWE, you tripping. You tripping. You need to bring that back. We don't know. Who knows? So far, it ain't looking like you're going to bring it back. I don't know. I'm not in agreement with that. But this is interesting. We'll see what happens. Where is it going to take place? What network is it going to be on? So it's interesting. Apparently, John Cena has been working on this for a while, and we'll have to wait and see how things go. Going forward with it. So, it's interesting. Let's see what happens with it. I am willing to give it an opportunity. I am willing to give it somewhat of a chance, because it's John Cena. So, we'll have to wait and see how that's going to go. Outside of that, let's get into the Backlash card. Let's get into the matches. We had Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. We had Trick Williams, Sami Zayn, Danhausen, and a mystery partner versus The Miz and Kilt Wilson. I'm going to try not to calm down and I'm going to relax on that one when I talk about it. Asuka versus IYO, best match of the night. The John Cena announcement, I already talked about that. And then Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. So we're going to get into that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Be sure to follow me on social media. I am on TikTok at JT Takeover. I am also on Instagram at the Wrestling Takeover, and I am on Twitter at JT Takeover. Please make sure to spread the word of the Wrestling Takeover podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/JT Takeover. I am on YouTube. Things have been happening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so I'm not able to post my my audio content on those platforms, but I am on YouTube, and I really want to be real. YouTube should really be the only way you guys watch and listen to the podcast. So I'm on YouTube at JT Takeover, man. Please go out and support, turn on all notifications, and most importantly, enjoy what you hear, and spread the word of the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Backlash, listen, it was fine. It is what it is. Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins. Let's get into it. Braun Breaker defeated Seth Rollins. That was the correct call. I do agree with the call. Seth Rollins did not need to win this match. Braun Breaker desperately needed to win this match, and he did. So, shout out to Braun Breaker. But I'm going to be as transparent as I can with you guys. I like Braun Breaker. I don't love Braun Breaker. I like Braun Breaker. He's cool. Seth Rollins takes the spirit of Braun Breaker terribly here and there. Like the way he takes it here and there, I don't like it. That's just a nitpick. It's just my personal opinion. But the match was great. The match was fun. There were some botches here and there. Like Seth Rollins trying to be Will Ospreay there. I thought that was funny. But the match was great. The right winner was made. I do wonder if this is going to be a series of matches. I'm assuming it is. So we're going to get series of matches here. I don't know if they're going to have Bad Blood back. If they do, the conclusion of this rivalry needs to happen at Bad Blood. But we don't know when that's going to take place, or even if Bad Blood is even going to, happen. But match was solid. Match was good. The right winner was Braun Breaker. And I just don't really care about the feud. I really don't. People are saying, is Seth Rollins a tweener? Is he a babyface or a heel? He's facing people, that aren't really, messing with him. He's trying to be a babyface, but the people that he's, been turning up against and beating up over the past couple months and a year mainly too, as a heel, are they really going to defend him? I don't know. We'll see. The feud is fine for what it is, but it's really nothing that I'm emotionally invested in, and that's majority of the WWE product right now, to be honest with you guys. There's a lot of things on here that I'm just really not as enthused and as emotionally invested as I should be. I'm sorry, but that's my personal and honest opinion. Braun Breaker won at the end of the day, and it is what it is. Let's move on. Trick Williams, thank to the Lord above that Triple H made the right call creatively. This might be a hot take. This might be controversial. I don't care. It's my opinion. You feel me? Sami Zayn is boring. Sami Zayn is a great professional wrestler. I don't care for Sami Zayn whatsoever. At all. He peaked, for me, the bloodline. That's it. After that, I don't really care. I respect Sami Zayn. I love Sami Zayn because I respect him. But as a fan, I'm not a fan of Sami Zayn. I don't know why he won the U.S. title to begin with, if he was just going to lose it to Trick Williams. They kind of played hot potato with it. It is what it is. But Trick Williams retained, and that was the correct call. I also want to say something. Again, might be controversial, but I've been really feeling this way for a while. And I've been holding off in terms of saying what I'm about to say. And this is the reality of where we are sitting between these two individuals and their career paths right now. Ladies and gentlemen, WWE is invested in Trick Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, WWE is telling you that Trick Williams is going to be a future megastar, if he's not already, a future WrestleMania main eventer for years to come. That is abundantly clear. This guy has charisma for days, bro. For days. He does not need, and I'm tired of people saying, oh, Trick Williams ain't good in the ring. Yo, what is you talking about? Trick Williams does not need to be a Seth Rollins, a Shawn Michaels, a AJ Styles, a Will Ospreay. Bruh, they don't need to do that. They're not needed to do that. As long as they get the job done, it's all good. Trick Williams has charisma for days. His microphone ability has the gift to gab. He has everything. The aura, all of it. Theme song, everything. WWE chose Trick Williams over Carmelo Hayes. That's what I wanted to say. WWE chose Trick Williams over Carmelo Hayes. They are going to invest more time into Trick Williams than Carmelo Hayes. I love Carmelo Hayes. I see it. I don't know what the fuck WWE don't see in him. I see it. He sees it himself. He is him. He knows how good he is. I don't understand. You know, and WWE picks and chooses. Like I said, they pick and choose on who they really want to invest and put all the chips in. And they're doing it with Trick Williams. He has the height as well. He has the look. I feel Carmelo Hayes has the look as well, too. The problem is Carmelo Hayes is hyped. That's the problem. He doesn't look like a larger-than-life superstar. Speaking of Carmelo Hayes, where he at? Where he at? Is he hurt? Who knows? I believe, I'm just talking, he's on his honeymoon with Kehlani Jordan, and they off having a great time. He's taking a break. But Trick Williams, I'm excited for this man's success. He's going to continue to kill it, and I want to give a props to Sami Zayn for putting over Trick Williams. I love it. Now, WWE, you need to be very, very careful with Trick Williams. Do not shove him down the fans' throat to where the fans get a bit annoyed of Trick Williams. You seem to do that a lot with people who are very, very popular, and you immediately start, going crazy with it. Take your time. Don't rush. There's no reason to rush whatsoever when it comes to Trick Williams. No reason at all. So let's not rush. Let's be patient with it. And other than that, you got yourself a megastar with Trick Williams, man. You really, really do. And I love that the fans are invested in Trick Williams. Trick Williams has one of the catchiest theme songs in WWE. I'm very happy for his success. I can't wait for Trick Williams to face a Roman Reigns, a Seth Rollins, a Cody Rhodes. It's going to be great. Just do not rush Trick Williams. This match was fine. They got longer time than WrestleMania, which I do like. Again, respect to Sami Zayn. I'm not a big fan of Sami Zayn, but respect to him for putting over Trick Williams and putting over the future. I wonder what's next for Sami Zayn. Are they going to continue this story? To be honest, they have plenty of scenarios that they can go. Let me talk about it for a second. Number one, we can include a Carmelo Hayes and have that triple threat match. They could add Ilya Dragunov and replace Carmelo and have that triple threat match. Or we can do a fatal four-way with Melo, Dragunov, Zayn, and Williams. And to be honest, I would be okay with that. I think that would be pretty cool if they did something like that. Now, are they going to do that? I don't know. But if they are, I'm invested in it. I think that would be really good. SummerSlam's coming up, right? I think you need to add Carmelo Hayes and Dragunov to this. You got to add them to it. And also we need to get those guys involved to be wrestling in a feud with each other. And that can be over the U.S. title, man. That can be over the U.S. title. And I think that would be very, very cool if WWE did something like that. So we'll see what happens. I like where it's going so far. If you can add Dragunov and you can add Carmelo Hayes to the U.S. title picture, it'll be just as good or even better than the IC title picture that you have on Monday Night Raw with Penta. The potential is there. The potential is right in front of you. Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Sami Zayn, in a three-way feud, three-way dance, right? And, or not three-way dance, I'm sorry. Sami Zayn, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and Dragunov. Fatal four-way. My bad. My apologies. A feud like that, it would be great. So let's get that going. Let's make the U.S. title feeling somewhat as important as the IC title. Let's do that. And WWE, by the way, before I go and I move on. Just the way you're booking the women's IC title, you need to fucking do that with the women's US title. You need to do the same shit. Put the love and respect you're doing with the US title that you're doing with the IC title. That's all I say. Let's move on. Shout out to Trick Williams, man. Danhausen. Who was his partner tonight? CM Punk. There was plenty of options. Okay. That was not his partner. I'm trying to think of the homie's name, bro. A Powerhouse Hobbs, Royce Keys. There you go. Was that his partner? Nah. Bro, niggas were even saying Jelly Roll. Nah, you got me fucked up. No. Get that shit up out of here. Jelly Roll's seen the hate. Respect to Jelly Roll. No shit on Jelly Roll, bro, but he's seen the reactions. He wasn't fucking with that. And so he's like, I ain't doing this. We got Little Danhausen as his partner. I am trying to relax. I'm trying to calm down because it's not that serious, but it is serious. But I'm not trying to let it bother me. You have that on a PLE. Okay. So you have that on a PLE. That's a match. And I'm like, okay, this isn't going to be a real match, right? Like, he came out of the box. I'm thinking, all right, he's going to be by his side as a cheerleader, whatever. And that's one of the dudes from Lucha Underground. Forgot the dude's name, man. Forgot his name. Damn. Shout out to him, though, because he was actually putting in the work. Not going to lie. But, yeah, I'm trying not to scream because there's no point. But it did piss me off. It pissed me off. All right? But it is what it is. It happened. But the box opened, and I'm like, no way is this dude. No way. I'm thinking he's going to pop out. And the real person, he's going to move to the side while the real person is revealed. And they keep going down the ramp. They enter the ring. The bell rings. I'm like, nigga. Yo, you got me fucked up. This a real thing? This a real thing, bro? Like I said, I keep it real on this show. Y'all want the raw, uncut, unfiltered, real talk? The show's for you, bro. I'm telling you. Keep it respectful and stuff, but when we frustrated and we want to voice our opinions, if I want to do more than just tweet on social media, I have a show that I can do that for. Let me tell you something. This shit bugged me out. I will say, though, it was somewhat entertaining, but it was more funny than entertaining. More funny, angry, entertaining. I'm watching this shit, and I'm like, yo, in my mind, watching this while on my phone, I really wasn't paying as attention. I'm thinking, yo, no way Triple H pitched this idea and okayed this match to take place. And then I thought to myself, he is head of creative, so he can book anything he wants. I'm like, no way this dude really booked this match. No, he did. He did. If you're out there and you thought this was funny, you thought this was funny and all that shit, to each their own. Respect to you. For me, was it funny? A little funny. No cap. It was a little funny. Just from a visual perspective. Like, what the fuck is going on? It went on way too fucking long, though. I can't believe this was an actual wrestling match. This shit went long as hell. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to move on, bro. I don't care for Danhausen. Danhausen does nothing for me. Respect to him. I know how popular he is and how beloved he is by, pro wrestlers in the business and the industry. Respect is due. I don't care about him, no. Really don't. Miz, long veteran in the game. Respect to him. But he don't really do much for me either. Kit Wilson, low key, I see the potential. The gimmick, though, the character, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. It does get some reaction, so as long as it gets reaction, you must be doing something right. So it is what it is. But yeah, let's move on with that, man, because that shit was bugging out, bro. That shit was bugging out. I ain't even gonna lie. But let's get into the main event. Let's get into the main event, bro. Oh, wait. No, not the main event. My bad. Now, this is where I'm going to take a chunk of the podcast because I'm going to be real. The main event, it was paint by base numbers. Straight up. Let's get to the real conversation here. IYO Sky and Asuka. This match right here that we saw was an incredible match. Two of my all-time favorites. IYO Sky means the world to me. I am a big time, and I mean big time fan of IYO Sky. I followed her through my research of Stardom, trying to see who this girl is, who she about. Get to NXT, I was immediately hooked. Immediately. Never looked back since. She's incredible. She's one of the best women's performers in WWE. To me, she is the best women's wrestler in the world today. If we're talking just WWE, she's definitely the best in WWE, no doubt about it, no hesitation. Light work for IYO Sky. Having classics with Asuka, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. I mean, yo, she's incredible, bruh. She's incredible. So her star is very, very much bright. Asuka. And this is where I'm a little concerned. I don't know about you guys, but I felt this. A post-match, especially the interaction. I don't know their real names, but that felt real. That felt like a goodbye. Maybe that was a goodbye for now. I really didn't get that. I did not get that feeling of it was goodbye for now. I didn't get that. I got a goodbye forever vibe from Asuka. Is her contract due? Does she want to leave on her own accord? Is she going to do what Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods did? She got lowballed. She's going to leave. What's going to happen? Or is all this up in smoke and she's still going to remain in WWE? I don't know. It's none of my business. But the vibes that I got, I felt that this was a goodbye forever. I'm leaving WWE. I don't know. We'll see. But if she is going to remain in WWE, I would love if Asuka challenged for the women's IC title. I know I would say the same thing with IYO Sky. I would love if IYO went to SmackDown and challenged for the women's US title. I think putting both ladies in the mid-card scene would do both titles wonders. But especially for IYO Sky. Now, I've seen people online saying we got to get IYO and Liv Morgan for the world title. True. Here's my problem with that. My opinion is going to be different from your guys' opinion. This is where I stand on this. Liv Morgan needs to drop that championship. If it's not IYO, to one of the Judgment Day members. It needs to be to one of the Judgment Day members. If I had the pencil and I was writing creative, my main objective and main focus is choosing between Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez as one of the person to beat Liv Morgan for the world title. It's got to be one of the Judgment Day members. If it's not, then IYO. I'm perfectly cool with that. I'm cool with anything IYO does. IYO's incredible. Love IYO. Come on, man. So when I heard people were like, yo, all right, cool, put her in the world title scene. Yo, gotta listen. You could do that. But if the plan is for Liv Morgan to eventually drop the world title to one of the Judgment Day members, IYO has to lose. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm tired of IYO losing. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of Jada Parker losing too. I'm sick of that crap. Stop doing that. I'm tired of IYO losing, bro. I know she won tonight. But I need to see more wins underneath IYO. Her challenging for the world title, fine. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not really a smart plan. It's not a smart, creative idea. The plan needs to be Liv Morgan losing the title to one of the Judgment Day members. The story is right in front of WWE's face. It's perfectly there. It's right there. No one-on-one. No, a triple threat. Not Roxanne losing and then Raquel is the one to beat. No, none of that. I think a triple threat would be smart to do. Because you would kill the vibe of Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, well, Raquel Rodriguez can't do it, but Roxanne Perez can. Like, come on, man. Liv losing to Raquel or Roxanne needs to be the plan. But if that's not the plan, which would be ridiculous if it's not, IYO Sky being the one to do it, I'm perfectly cool with that. But if this was me, I'm sticking with the Judgment Day story, and I'm having Asuka challenge for the U.S. title on SmackDown, and I'm having IYO challenge for the IC title. If you want to flip-flop and have IYO go to SmackDown and challenge for the U.S. title, I'm cool with that, and Asuka challenge for the IC title. We don't know what's going on with Asuka. It's just fan speculation. Everyone's just talking. We don't know really what's going on. But if you read between the lines, the innuendos, the mannerisms, it kind of felt like Asuka is leaving WWE. Either retiring or she's going to go somewhere else. That's the vibe I got. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on the Judgment Day, the storyline, the feud, Liv Morgan, IYO, maybe going after Liv. I don't think it's a good idea. But you guys let me know your guys' thoughts and your opinions. Asuka challenging for one of the mid-card titles. Same with IYO. Y'all let me know. We almost done, man. We are almost done. We're going to talk about the main event very quickly. Pace numbers. The Usos did not get involved. I'm very happy about that. It was a straight 1v1. Jacob Fatu let the Usos know straight up, like, yo, do not interfere in my match. Don't do it. But Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso told Jacob, we ain't going to do it because we just going to let Roman Reigns take care of business. We're going to let Roman take care of business, and that's exactly what he did. Is Jacob going to have to fall in line? We don't know. Roman post-match being interviewed by Kathy Kelly. The beautiful Kathy Kelly, by the way. Shout out to her. And shout out to Alyssa Taylor, too. Shout out to you, Queen. You know what I mean? Roman let everybody know, like, yo, Jacob, you ain't even wanted. I didn't even want to bring you in the first place. I helped you out, and you do this. The post-match, making Jacob Fatu look strong, I do like that. But Roman needed to beat Jacob Fatu clean. Let's keep it a stat. And we all knew this was going to happen, so nobody is surprised. Now, the way it happened, I really liked. I loved the ending of the match. I really did. I thought it was great. The match was great. It was a fun match. I really enjoyed it. It was a banger, as people like to call it. Are we going to get a lot of bangers from Roman Reigns in terms of match quality for the world title? Damn sure seems like it. And I hope it is, because I said that as soon as he won the world title at WrestleMania. We need stories. We need compelling storylines with compelling characters. And the most important title in the game is that world title. And I'm going to keep it a stat, bro. Roman Reigns looks way better with the World Heavyweight Championship than the WWE Championship, and then more than the WWE title and the Universal title combined. That world title fits Roman Reigns. It screams Roman Reigns. It fits him very well. Aesthetically, it fits him very well. So I just wanted to point that out. What's next for Roman Reigns, bro? If Braun Breaker is going to be in this feud with Seth Rollins, I don't know how long that's going to go. Maybe we get one more match out of Jacob Fatu and Roman, but then again, that don't even make sense because Jacob Fatu fucking lost. He lost clean. So what's the reason now? You wanted to do that to you. You wanted to do it for your family and this and that with the wood or whatever, but you lost though. So what's now the reason as to why you want to challenge Roman Reigns again? It don't make sense. By the way, you attack GM Adam Pearce, so you're gonna get fined and probably suspended. So what's the story for that? What's the story? You know you could beat Roman. Like, there's no point in you getting another opportunity. And Gunther went to SmackDown to challenge Cody Rhodes. So who's gonna face Roman? Braun Breaker? Is the feud with Seth Rollins over? Speaking of Seth Rollins, is he gonna face Roman next? They're clearly gonna save Obafemi for something. SummerSlam, whatever. I don't think that's a great idea. I would personally do Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, but that's just me. Are we going to get Braun Breaker? Now, Bronson Reed is rumored to be coming back. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're done with Jacob Fatu. I think Bronson Reed is going to come back, and we're going to get that program with Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns. And then after that, the potential of Roman and Braun Breaker at SummerSlam is very, very a real possibility. I see Roman facing either Braun Breaker or Seth Rollins or Obafemi at SummerSlam. Me personally, I would honestly do Seth Rollins. That's just me. Roman will be holding the title. It doesn't matter who he beats. It doesn't matter. He's going to retain regardless. How long, for how many months, we don't know. But it was a good match. The Usos did not get involved. I'm curious to see the type of promos that they cut. Who's next to challenge Roman? Are they going to continue with Jacob Fatu? Are they going to go with someone else? We don't know. We'll see what happens. But the product needs to get better. The product needs to get exciting. I was not really as enthused as I usually am with a WWE pay-per-view. Now you have the ad breaks and then you have the glitching. That really just takes me out as a viewer. It really, really does. More of the glitching than ads. But the glitching just takes me out as a viewer, man. But you guys let me know your guys' honest opinions and your honest perspective on WWE Backlash. Thumbs up, thumbs down. That's how I give it. I'm going to give Backlash a thumbs up. Moving forward, I'm giving WWE a thumbs down because I just don't know if they're going to give us more compelling stories, you know, as we get closer to the summer, Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. And we got Clash in Paris. Someone big is facing Roman Reigns at Clash in Paris. No disrespect, it should not be Bronson Reed. That's not big enough for Clash in Paris. But Bronson Reed's an option. Obafemi's an option. Braun Breaker's an option. Seth Rollins is an option. I'm telling you right now, one of those individuals are facing Roman Reigns at Clash in Paris. Obafemi, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. I feel if he faces Bronson Reed, he's going to beat him. If he faces Braun Breaker, to be honest, he should beat him too. Now, Seth Rollins and Obafemi, he could potentially lose the title to one of those men. And to be honest, I'm going to end it with this. He needs to drop the World Heavyweight Championship whenever he does to either Seth Rollins or Obafemi. I personally will go with Obafemi. That's just me. But y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feeling about Backlash. You give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Talk to me. Let me know. Subscribe to the channel. YouTube, bruh. I'm on YouTube. All right? Show me love. Show me some support. Spread the word of the Wrestling Tech Podcast. This is the most creative and honest podcast in the wrestling space. We talk all things WWE here. We keep it real. We keep it raw. We keep it unfiltered. But we keep it respectful to the game, bro. Pro wrestling, at the end of the day, it's not that serious. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the vibes, man. I'll catch y'all next time. This is the Wrestling Tech Podcast, and I'm your host, Jordan Turner.